Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 15 with your host, Hardtruck1. Hello everyone. As you can see, we're sitting in a different truck, or the Massey Ferguson, or a Massey Ferguson, with a bale trailer, with a auto stack on the back. Now I know what you're thinking, why'd you rent that when you had the bale trailer? Well, short story is I kind of disliked the bale trailer. I got to a point where I didn't like the bale trailer that much because hang on just a second. I'm using a new software and I'm just kind of checking. Do I have desktop audio? Like this. Like this. Hello? Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure if it's recording the audio or not. So, if it's not, I know it's recording my voice because I see it moving. But hopefully it's recording the game sounds. If not, I apologize. But anyway, what happened was I actually loaded a full bale trailer and everything, and was bringing it down to store some of the bales here at the farm. Well, I got a little carried away right here on this corner, and when I went around it, it flipped over and all the bales went everywhere. So yeah, I decided I was going to get rid of that. It's cheaper even without even with the renting this tractor. It's a lot cheaper to just rent it this way and do what I want. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put a load of bales in here. Now we will have to have a bale mover like continue turn forward a little. We will need to have what? I need to actually get in the cab for this. Actually need to get out of the cab so I can see how far. Not really a very good angle. Whoop, that's too bad of an angle. Ah, there we go. Let's see now. Alright, we're stuck in the roof. Oh, what I was saying is we'll have to buy us a get us a bale maneuver pretty soon. Oh, did I hit the wall? Oh no, I didn't. So anyway, just double check something. Yep. So basically, what I determined is like, okay, I really don't like that bale. I don't like the bale trailer. The bale trailer, I mean, if I had more actual patience for that bale trailer, I would have probably stuck with it. But I really don't have the patience for things that don't actually grab to stuff. It's like there. The bale trailer was okay. But my downfall with it was the fact that, like I said, it had a gravity well script, And I really don't like gravity well scripts. I mean, they're okay. Let's see if I can lose the tractor downhill. Realistically, I would be renting a telehandler to pick all this stuff up, but you know what? This works too. But anyway, so ultimately I got rid of the trailer. I didn't like the trailer, so I got rid of it. And I'll probably go for renting this trailer again. For those of you that don't know, in last week's episode, or I keep saying last week, but let me just say, in last episode, all the field crops came up, and I took our brand new little tractor that I modded, that I got working for this mod, and we set it up to where we have the farm now set up to where we can just sustain animals. Not completely on our own right at the moment. We still need some other equipment, which is going to be basically a renting anyway. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this next load in here. I'm going to... It's actually going to turn out perfect. So if it's looking straight, get our camera tucked in where we can see. Oop, forward. Turn the steering wheel. Nope, that's not going to be right. I should have started turning a lot earlier. Way back here. Start raising the load. I hope the video is kind of a little bit better. I downloaded OBS's other recording software, OBS Studio, and it seems like even with my computer's lackluster performance here, it seems to be recording pretty softly. If you're wondering how come every time you kind of hear the sound of the game, if it's recording, I hope it's recording. If you hear the game cutting out every once in a while, that's because I'm still kind of suspicious of it. This is actually my first recording on OBS Studio. Well, actually not my very first recording. This is one of my first recordings on the newest OBS Studio, and it seems to be working rather well. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we got, how many is that? That's 16. We have 16 bales now in storage. I think I got that one. That one over there may have to stay there. Stuck in the train. That one I might be able to swing down here. It's fairly straightforward to get down here. Trying to get any of these stragglers. Alright, I think we're going to start from this end of the fields now. And we're going to... Oh, there's a hole right there. Wow, that's a dip. Bale. Alright, I'll wait for it. I wish they would script these to kind of like, you know, hold the next bale. Like, see, I'm coming up to this one and we're pick that one up, put it in, and as that's moving down, I could come up to this bale, and as long as there's enough room for that bale on there, it would automatically just pick that one up and kind of hold it. Don't look at the bar. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to, since we have 16 in storage, we're going to take the rest and just sell them to we're just going to sell them so we can make a little bit of profit off of... I'm sure everybody saw that. Even with this recording studio, my computer is still just a little underpowered for recording. That's okay. That's alright. I'm not complaining. Yes, I'm driving down this. But I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do the same thing here that I did for the other big field. I'm going to just kind of create a little bit of a drive there by planting a little bit of grass. To go into some to go into a little bit of a character role. The logging seems like it's going to be about 6 weeks out. There's going to be 6 weeks, maybe three or 4 or 5 episodes down, if we're truthfully doing that. For one, because there's been some heavy logging in the I don't know which side this is from. Let's just take and say there's been some really heavy logging somewhere, and they're flooding the market, and right at the moment it's not going to be profitable for us nor the company, so that deal seems like it's going to be a far-fetched thing. Good news though, the guy that owns Field 20 right here, he doesn't, he said that he does not need the biogas anymore. So when we can get around to so that when we get around, when we can actually get around to selling or to chaffing that, which will be fairly soon. I'm probably going to do that in a little bit of time. Right now I'm really trying to get, or I'm getting some of these bales trying to get some of these bales put up so that we can or sell some of these bales and make just a little bit of money. We're making the money slowly. We're making the money slowly, but we're kind of not out of the woods yet. Let's not lose this in the creek. I'm sure the rental place will not be happy with us. We lost their 20. Oop, let alone smashing into there. That would be kind of a cool mod to see for 2017. Because I know the Giants engine for that one could really do that, and that would be kind of like a damage, a visual damage mod. So it's like there when I come up to that and then hit, you know, it would noticeably show like a little dent. It would noticeably show like, you know, the tire has a little bit of a blemish, the front part of the fender would have like a little bit of a crinkle in it. I know that's probably hard to do on this engine. But you know, even if you made it in a situation, it's like, okay, it's not a physical damaged area, but maybe just like a visual damaged area that would be indicated. Because I know there's a what's called a damage mod, but that's not really quite the same as what I'm talking about. What I'm actually talking about is the fact that as you come up to something, like let's say I come up to the tree up there and I accidentally, you know, hit one of the front PTO arms on the tree. It would either break or bend, and that would be kind of a cool thing to see, is to see the physical damage of it. Alright, one more load. Let's head back down. Pick up some speed here because we got the load pushing us, the tractor accelerating. So I have the tractor rented for 2 hours, and what I'm gonna do is fly over that somehow, run into there. My game is visually lagging. Bad to YouTube. If that mud hole was real, I think I'd lose this tractor. Especially the way I drove there. I had one front tire, one rear tire down in there. I think that would have been stuck. And I'm trying not to flip the camera too hard so you can see clearly, get quite as much screen tear, if there is such a thing in this game, which I don't think there really is. Anyway, back to what I was saying is I'm trying to get all the hay done so that way I can start planting the fields again. Because ultimately we need to get our fields replanted. Because this may be actually what we're a supplier of dairy feed, pigs, or we're a supplier of milk, wool, and pigs. Oh, and beef cows. Alrighty then. Random bale that does not want to be stolen. Alright, get that. It's going up now. Car. Well, we didn't run over that car. Car. Dude, don't move. You do, we're gonna be in a whirl. Yes, I know it's not realistic to run an tire into the thing, but I have no choice because the AI on these maps one field that I would think that Giant needs to start working on is the AI traffic. I mean, that's another thing that has degraded since 2013, is the fact that the AI isn't really AI anymore. It's just cars. And I'm not going to go into another rant about it, because I think I've already talked about it in another episode. But definitely Giant needs to step up on the ball and start thinking about putting better AI in their game, because that's one of the things that kind of puts me off a little bit, is the fact that game developers will sacrifice in these continuation games, is basically as they're called. They will sacrifice certain areas to gain in other areas. And I think, oh wow. We have a little bit of heating up wood chips. I don't know where they're actually being stored. You know, we have the starter wood chips. Maybe we'll do that. Let's do this. Let's do this great demand for the wood chips, because I think I have like 10,000 in storage. I got about 8,600 in storage. So let's see where those are. That's potatoes. And this over here is sugar beets, or was sugar beets. No, these were sugar beets. Were these sugar beets? I don't have a clue anymore. Those look like sugar or potatoes. Now, they're not back here, right? Nope, that's straw. That's straw. Yeah, these two bales I could probably pick up because they're close enough to the thing I could pick up. But the other ones are not. These are all the grains. This is, I don't remember what these are. What were these? Now this is the graphics for the potatoes. Which ones do I have left? Because I fed some. I got 4,000 in potatoes and 8,000 in sugar beet. These must be the sugar beets because this pile is a little bit bigger, and those others must be the potatoes. But that still doesn't help us for the wood chips, unless they're out by the milk truck. I'm gonna look up here real quick just to see. No, it doesn't look like there's any. Boy, those bales have been there a while, haven't they? Alright, so let's go look out here. Random axle out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so we must have either we have a silo. Wait, the biogas plant has a silo, a white silo like us. Let me hop in this guy. Let's grab this trailer. We don't have to come back for it. We'll take a run down to the biogas plant and see if there's like a wood chip storage down there. See if we need to rent the front loader and the bucket and bring that massive Ferguson down to load it. Because the biogas plant is about the only place that I would know of, other than up by the salt that would house the ability to, or that would house the wood chips. Because there's no place on our farm that we can get wood chips from. So I'm assuming they are off corner, please. Side of the road. This is the turn. eye opener. So let's go down here. Let's go in here and see if I can. Now I know this has the silo areas for the chaff and stuff. Kind of wondering. Oh, just parking for this guy. Make it. Yeah. Well, this has already got fluid in it. I wonder why. Nope. I actually only see the bunkers for. Yeah, I only see the bumpers for those. So unless the wood chips were forgotten on this map and they're just stuck in limbo, let's head. You know what? Let's just make a real quick look while we're in the neighborhood. Let's just make a real quick look down here. Just to make sure there's no silo down this way. Or no storage area for wood chips down here. See with what we were planning to do with logging is that I would just leave the stump ends and everything that we don't send to the sawmill in a pile, rent a chipper, we would chip all of that up, and basically what we would do is we would just keep the log ends and stuff whole. We would just make the log chips as needed. That's fertilizing stuff. That's all. Pig pins and stuff here. This is a fuel. Fertilizer. Storage for tractors. Giant seed pallets, fertilizer pallets, and the silos in the center. Yep. Okay, so nothing down here that's gonna help us. So let's head up to. Let's head up to the sawmill. And I think I'll go to the sawmill via the left side of the map, just to cover all of our boundaries, just to make sure there's nothing that I've missed. Sorry if you hear a little bit of wind noise. I have my fan on because the location of my desk is right over one of my heating vents. So when my heater kicks in to warm up my house, it kind of cooks me. force. Alright. Now, we've been up that direction before, and I know there's nothing up that way. We've been in here before, there's nothing there. So let's look in here. This, believe it or not, is actually part of our farm. Yeah. This is part of our farm, which I believe is kind of interesting. Well, one place that I would have thought they would have been was right there, but there is nothing in there. There's nothing here. There's no storage here other than some places to put tractors. Alright, so we have one last place we can look at. If there's nothing there, if there's nothing there, then we have really no way to store wood chips and or access the wood chips that we have. So, oops, sorry, a little bit dark, of course. And if anybody else really actually knows where the wood chips are on this map, I would appreciate a comment. Stating where it's at. Please no harsh comments. I mean, if you want to help, that's nice. You know, you can say, hey, Hardtruck, it's located over such and such. That's fine. But please be polite. I mean, don't go, hey, dumbass, they're over here. Pardon my French there, but I mean, I'm trying to cater to a good silo up. I'm really trying to cater to a PG or PG-13 channel here. So I really don't need to have people trying to, you know, saying bad stuff about everything. So. Alright, so this is our last area to check, and like I said, if you've played this map before and you know where the wood chips are, it would be appreciated. I would not. The help would be nice to know where they're at, but I don't know. I don't really see. Oh, this is cool. Exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, well, I guess the Great Demand is just going to have to disappear because I've pretty much, well, from what I can tell, I have been all over the map where I can access with a tractor. And yeah, we have no ability to do wood chips unless they're in a part of the farm that I have not been to yet, or part of the map that I don't really know of, just right at the moment. I don't believe they're anywhere up there. No, I don't believe so, because no, there's no storage area up there. But yep, I guess we just went for a little drive around the place. But now we know that it's like I said, I missed some. You know, on this map, there is no such thing as wood chips. I'm not going to make that call. I don't see another. I really don't see anywhere on the map or anywhere here that they would be. Like behind a building, behind one of these doors or something. In fact, let's just take a double check. So this leads into our hay barn. Well, our hay / mechanic barn. This is our this is our beef barn, so they're not going to be in here. No. What is that? That's the cow shed. They're not going to be in there. This over here, this little area right here, which is kind of odd. And you have those two, and then you come over here, and you open this. Now the only thing is maybe they're right here. I don't know. Maybe they're right there. I really don't want to. Well, you know, this is the only place that I really don't actually have a clue what's in here. Because I would have thought it would have the wood chip texture on it. Maybe it doesn't. Or maybe it won't. Interesting. He's drinking water, but it sounds like he's chewing on it. It's weird. So, I don't know. If anybody really knows where the wood chips are, I'm just gonna bypass them until I actually get confirmation of where they're actually at. So we're gonna go park the trailer in this tractor. Check the time real quick. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna park this tractor. I'm gonna continue doing the bales. Gonna get them all sold and everything. Next episode we'll continue with I think some stuff is coming up needing to be fed again. So that's the wrong button. Yes, and another thing is I need to get that. I gotta figure out how to add the dry grass script to our mower here, so that way I can mow this and have it in a nice line, so I can just bale it instead of that. But yeah, I will continue doing the bales. In the next episode, we'll probably get a seeder. We'll seed the fields out again and get them all set up for the next one. Between episodes, I'm going to play with that in the giant editor a little bit, to see if I can get the dry grass script to work or change it or something. Maybe somebody that knows more than me can kind of help do that. I would appreciate it. If not, that's fine. Just leave a comment in the comment section of this video. On there, or you can PM me straight in YouTube or on YouTube about that. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. I've been Hardtruck1, and this is Farming Simulator 15, and I will see you in the next episode. Laters.